Welcome back to Biafra News Support Biafra. That Biafra here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. Biafra's lovers of freedom, people of good will bring you another news. Gunmen loot burn down palace of traditional ruler in Imo State. Why is it always traditional rulers? Why not Hopo Zodema? Why can't we just hear unknown government kidnap Hopo Zodema? That is the news I want to hear. Unknown government kidnap Hopo Zodema. Loot is a house. If possible, mega yoko. That is what I want to hear. Why traditional rulers all the time? If they then go to the one of the traditional rulers' house to kill him, they went there to kidnap him. What's really going on? Why is Hopo Zodema after traditional rulers? Why is it not this Hopo Zodenjo? Why don't we hear Hopo Zodema kidnapped by unknown gunmen? So before we continue with this news, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. To share, like, leave your comment at the comment section. Hear the news in detail. Gunmen loot burn down palace of traditional ruler in Imo State. Some gunmen have reportedly burnt the resident of Ezelet Okuru Orsu in the Orsu local government area of Imo State. Chief Ezekiel Nwoko. The incident happened, according to committee source, the hoodlums looted valuable worth millions of naira before setting it ablaze. It was gathered that the hoodlums supervised the complete burning of the multi-million naira mansion and ensured it was razed down before they left. The incident, it was gathered, brought renowned fears and apprehension among the remaining villagers, who instantly fled into nearby forest. Osehituku, as it was learned, has been plagued by gunmen attack, prompting inhabitants to flee to safer environment. The Eze-elect, who was said to be the chairman of Odemma Orsu Initiative (OOI), an happy social cultural group, rated his ordeal to journalists in Owerri. Hoodlums attacked my home, looted valuable worth millions of naira, and set it ablaze. I have nothing left for me. This is my most tragic moment. I am speechless. I only call on the government of Imo State and the security agencies in the state to intervene, he said. The Eze-elect, according to report, had been at the forefront of the battle against insecurity in the LGA, using his Odemma Orsu initiative to advocate for ceasefire and the peace in the LGA. He had earlier initiated an amnesty program from the state government, where a few gunmen were said to have surrendered their arms. He regretted the sudden rise in the security in the state when he thought the tide had decreased. Odemma Orsu initiative has been fighting against the incessant killings, kidnapping, arson, and all manner of extrajudicial activities in the state. When Sahara reporters contacted the Imo State Police public relation officer Henry Okoye, he confirmed the incident but noted that they were yet to get full information regarding the incident. He promised to revert as soon as he was fully briefed. No, I want to understand something. You have been fighting insecurity. No, I know it's not funny though, but I want to understand something, because this is not ordinary. These people were sent. You don't need to be told, okay? You don't need to be told that they were sent. You heard that the man has been fighting insecurity in Orsu, and we don't need to be told what has been going on in Orsu. We don't need to be told that Hopo Zodema is the architect of the insecurity going on in Imo State. He is the one inviting Asaru Dukubo boys and all the criminal gangs to come and terrorize Imo State. All the Fulani terrorist criminals in uniform to come and terrorize Imo State. So this man fighting against insecurity is fighting against Hopo Zodema. So Hopo Zodema, you're supposed to be the one unknown gunmen that is attacking and kidnapping. Why are they? Well, they're working for you though. So this man is fighting against insecurity, and the Hopo Zodema sent Asari Dokubo's private criminals. Asari Dokubo said he has a private military. It's very funny. It's very funny to see what is happening in the zoo. And some Filipos want us to stop agitating for our freedom and continue being in such a country, that banana republic. You people are insane. So we must continue. Hopo Zodema sent Asari Dokubo private criminals to go and attack this traditional ruler for fighting against insecurity, because what he signed with the Fulanese is to allow them, rake and terrorize Imo State, Imolites, without him saying anything. And he's doing that. He goes after any traditional ruler that is against what is going on in Imo State or the insecurity he's creating in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma will cite you and your men. Big in the creek, the Asian in the creek, the pig in the creek will cite you and his boys. Okay, you keep attacking traditional rulers, you keep going after traditional rulers for no reason. If they raise their voice against the security in Imo State, you go after them. If you are burning their palace or burning their houses, before now you kill them, you send your non-criminal private criminals to their palace to kill them. And nobody will say anything. Nigerian police will tell you that they are investigating. Before you know it, they sweep it under the carpet. Some of them, you behead them and drop their heads at the market square. We cite you. We know what you're doing. You are doing the bidding of your masters that forced you on Imo Light. Well, nevertheless, we know what happened. We know that all these unknown gunmen killing all these traditional rulers, attacking these traditional rulers. Maybe this one, they warned him. This is a warning to the traditional ruler. Do not interfere in this security that I'm creating in Imo State. It's none of your business. That is the message Hope Uzodinma is trying to pass to this traditional ruler. They didn't kill him. They burnt. They looted everything, valuable things in his house, and they set it ablaze. And they make sure they wash the house, burn to ashes before they leave. And you are telling me that they were not sent? They felt comfortable doing that. That means they were sent. For them to set that building ablaze and they waited for it to burn down means they were sent. They felt comfortable. They looted everything there and waited. Well, that's what I'm saying. Go and check all the traditional rulers that unknown gunmen have killed in Imo State. You find out that these unknown gunmen are Asari Dukubo private criminals. Hope Uzodinma is using to kill any traditional ruler that raises his voice against insecurity going on in Imo State. Go and check the story of the traditional rulers killed in Imo State. They are all against this security, the sent killings, and the terrorism going on in Imo State. They are all against it. And once you're against it, Hope Uzodinma will send Asari Dukubo private criminals to go after the traditional ruler. They will storm your compound, shoot you, nobody will say anything. Nigerian police will come out deceiving themselves. Oh, we're investigating the incident. Before you know it, nobody will hear about the case again. They'll sweep it under the carpet. If they don't shoot you at your palace, they will kill you, they will kidnap you, kill you, and behead you and drop your head at Market Square. That is what is going on in Imo State. Any traditional ruler you see Hope Uzodinma is not going after in Imo State is working with Hope Uzodinma. And they are benefiting from this security going on in Imo State. Any traditional ruler you hear non-gunmen went to his palace to kill or kidnap, they were sent by Hope Uzodinma. And those are non-gunmen are Asari Dukubo boys. They were all sent by Hope Uzodinma. Any traditional ruler very comfortable in Imo State is working with Hope Uzodinma. I'm telling you the honest truth. Or some of them they're not saying they are not going after, they are not saying anything, they're just quiet. Not that they don't know what is going on. They don't want to be killed like others. They don't want Hope Uzodinma sending his boys after them. That is one thing you need to understand. They all know what is going on. But some of them have decided, oh, instead of us to die, is it not better we'll join Hope Uzodinma? If we can't beat them, we'll join them. You see, this man is fighting against insecurity and unnecessary and incessant killings going on in Imo State. Did you hear it? That is why his house was set ablaze. And the criminals they sent, name of unknown gunmen, looted valuables before setting the building ablaze. That is for you to see. Hope Uzodinma is doing the bidding of his Fulani masters that forced him on Imo Light. And any traditional ruler that raises his head or hand up to, castigate the atrocities going on in Imo State, he goes after that person. Oh, you have no right to say anything. I'm in charge of Imo State. I say what happened. You have no right to challenge me. That is what is going on there. Do you need to be told? He's doing the bidding of his masters. Go and check the traditional rulers he has killed in Imo State. They are all against the insecurity going on in Imo State. They are against the incessant killings going on in Imo State. If you are not against him, he will not go after you. And the traditional rulers, they are the ones betraying themselves. They will hold a meeting or they will have a meeting to discuss about the insecurity going on. The saboteur and the betrayer among them, one of the stooges among them and the puppets among them will run to Hope Uzodinma. Or call Hope Uzodinma or look for a way to reach Hope Uzodinma so that he will also get his own national cake share. You understand? Oh, so traditional ruler says so thing about you. He is against the insecurity. He said you are the cause of insecurity going on in Imo State. Before you know it, Whether the traditional ruler, before you know it, either they kill the traditional ruler or he will be kidnapped, and from there you will not hear from the traditional ruler again. That is what is going on in Imo State. And all these things is Hope Uzodinma's handwork. Do you need to be told? So that is it, dear friends. I will stop here on non-gunmen loot and burnt a traditional ruler's palace in Imo State. You don't need to be told those that sent them. And you don't need to be told what has been going on in Imo State or how many traditional rulers Hope Uzodinma have killed for speaking against insecurity he's created in Imo State. So that is it. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comments at the comment section. What I want to hear is a non-gunmen, genuine non-gunmen, against the atrocities going on, kidnapping Hope Uzodinma. That is what I want to hear. I want the news to be Hope Uzodinma kidnapped by a non-gunmen, not traditional rulers against insecurity. Not those against the atrocities he's committing in Imo State. So that is it, dear friends. Thank you. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comment at the comment section.